make some pork belly today. It's a pork rub, which should be pretty tasty. Let's see how it goes. It's nice, so we're going to marinate that now. Nice colour all up in there. It's going to be good. So now that the pork belly is, it's got its dry rub on, I'm going to let that marinate for maybe half an hour, let the moisture soak that in a little bit, and in the meantime I'm going to get my fire ready. I've also got some sausages that I'm going to put on these, just pork sausages from the butchers and pork and sage sausages, so I'll throw those on at the same time, smoke them for some nice breakfast. So mods wise with this barbecue, it is just a cheap offset smoker, so I have made some adjustments to it, so let's take a look at those. So with the firebox, I've not really done anything. I have ran some silicone sealant around here to make sure that I'm not losing any smoke from there. Obviously you can see there's a bit of smoke coming out of it at the moment. I'm not too worried about that. That's the firebox, I need that to take air in anyway. You can see here I've got these strips, and they are running all the way around the whole unit, and they are to help actually keep all that smoke and that flavour in. I know this looks a little bit weird, but this is just to make an extra bit of a seal, just popping a little bit of a weight on there. Just make sure this is as tight as it can be, because you will find with these cheap offset smokers they will lose air and smoke from wherever we can. And if we stand back a little bit, you can see absolutely no smoke coming out of anywhere apart from where it's meant to. So it does make a hell of a difference just doing those little modifications. I did also seal around the temperature gauge. You can just about see that, because on these cheap ones, I mean, these temperature gauges are usually 50 degrees or so off, but just sealing it, make sure I lose no more smoke. So we're getting pretty close to temp now, so I'm going to get the meat ready and put it on. Let's go! So we've got our pork sausages and pork and leek sausages. We've got our meat, which is looking very, very nice. This is honeyed apple cider and water mix to spritz the meat with. Just give it a whole, get a bit moist before it goes in. Quite nice. We've got some oak wood, because if I'm not smoking then there's no point doing this. So we'll get those in now. Don't know how I'm going to do this with one hand, but we'll find out. So this is almost up to temp in the firebox to what I'm hoping for. So we've got the coals on for the initial heat to light this, which is going to keep the main temp going through, which I'll top up. I'm just going to throw a couple of wood chunks in there, a couple of 3. Also notice I've got a water dish in the back, so all we're going to do now is we're going to get the rest of this. I'm going to fill that water dish up with our apple cider mix, so that'll help maintain moisture throughout, and then the smoke will stick to that, so that'll be super nice. So let's get this off. This is gonna be freaking good, man. I'm gonna cook it fat side up, okay? And you want to cook it about there. You want it in the middle, because you're gonna get a hot end here, you're gonna get a hot end here. Keeping it in the middle should reduce your chances of getting too much of a burn either end. And these little men are just gonna smoke over here for a good long while. I ain't in no rush for these. It's very difficult to do all this one-handed, I must say. So they are fine. We can go there. So that's it. Close her up, and we'll check on it again in about 2 hours, maybe 3, depending. It's all lighting nicely. See that apple cider vinegar's bubbling away very well. Might top that up a little bit more shortly just to make sure it's got enough to see it through the cook. And you see here, there's smoke leaking even with my seal on. Okay, smoke leaking all over. But put my U on, put the weight on, that leaking stops instantly. And then we just get it out the chimney. Would you look at that? Oh wee. Alright, I'll check back in with you guys in a couple of hours. I'll just maintain this temperature and see how we go. Hello, Kit Kat. Would you like some barbecue? So we're about an hour in. I've just topped up the wood and put new block in. Let's see how the meat is. Oh my goodness. That is looking so sweet. So I'm going to drop my temps a little bit and keep it going for another couple of hours. Flip those sausages. I'm just burning new blocks, so I'll wait for them to set on fire properly, and then once they're fully on fire, then they'll produce the nice clean thin smoke we want rather than the pluming smoke. Cool. Well, I will check back in with you guys later. Hello again. So we're back. I've just checked on the pork and it's looking absolutely amazing. So what we're going to do now is we'll take it off. We will wrap it, and once we've wrapped it, we'll just spritz it again with a little bit more of the apple cider vinegar honey mix, and then we'll put it back in for another hour and just see how it gets on. So this is it now. You can see it's got nice bark all over it, nice mahogany colour. It's still really, really nice and moist. Sausages look done, to be fair. So we'll take that, put it on there. I'm holding it down because it's windy and it's raining a bit. And then I'll wrap it up, 2 layers of foil so I don't rip anything. Put it back in for an hour. Yep. Hey, so we're back here again. It's looking pretty good. It's been another hour, I think, since we foil wrapped it. So let's get it out, have a look. If it's looking good, what we'll do is we'll unwrap it, we'll put barbecue sauce over it, loosely wrap it, and then that'll just retain a little bit more moisture while that barbecue sauce just soaks in. So let's have a look. You can see even the papers got like a golden brown from the remaining wood that was burning. So bear with me just a moment. That's a real brown colour to that foil. It looks fantastic. Oh, hello. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is very nice and moist. You can see it just, ooh, it's pooling, which is fantastic. It just means the meat's going to be so tender. Look at this, look at this, look at this, I bet. Oh my goodness. Oh, the juice is just pouring out. Well, let's have a quick. Oh my god, that is amazing. That taste is incredible. Right, so what we're going to do, got some Sweet Baby Ray's. This is one of my go-to barbecue sauces for anything pork based. And all we're going to do, nice and simply, take the lid off, and we are just going to put a whole whack of this on. spread that around the top, a little bit on the sides. You can see how it's formed a really nice bark around here. This is going to be absolutely beautiful. And all we're going to do, loosely wrap it again, so nowhere near as tight as it was before. Before you want to keep all the moisture in. Now I just want it to kind of cook this barbecue sauce into it. So that'll do really. I'm going to pop that back on and then say in about an hour, call that done. I'll let it rest for about 45 minutes to an hour and then we'll take a picture of the final product. Cool. I'm excited. So this is the pork belly as is. This has been, I think, I can't remember if it's half an hour or an hour. I've lost time. This has been like 5 hours of cooking so far though. You can see though, if it'll focus, I just stabbed it, the meat is literally just pouring out of it. This is absolutely phenomenal piece. Look at that. Come on, focus. Oh yeah. That looks damn good. Right then, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this cook for another maybe 15 minutes, half an hour. Let it just dry up and tighten up a little bit now. And then I think it'll be time to rest it, and it'll be time to look at eating it after that. Yeah! Hey, so we're back, and it's been about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, so let's just have a look and see how it's looking. Oh my! That has a phenomenal bark and colour on it. And if we temp probe the top bit, so we're wanting around anything above 70 is good with pork. I'm not going to go too much over, and that's, you can't quite see, that's about 80, 81 in the thickest bit, so I imagine anywhere else, yeah, this is going to be good. So I'm going to take it out now, and what I will do is I will loosely wrap it back in the foil, but I won't do anything with it. I will literally let it rest for about maybe 30 minutes if I can hold myself off, because I'm really hungry. I've not eaten all day because of this. And all that will do is the muscles will relax again. They'll reabsorb some of the moisture that's already there with it. And this is one of the big things about when cooking meat like this. You need to give it that resting time to make it as tasty and as moist as possible. So I'll let it rest for about half an hour. We'll take a video of us cutting into it and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so it's all rested, it's ready to go. So we'll cut in it and have a look at this. But it's looking pretty tasty. Yeah! Well, if that ain't the damn finest meat you ever did see. That was some tasty stuff. Now, the sausages, I had one of them. It was good, but I'm saving them for breakfast. So we'll have nice smoked sausages in the breakfast. But as you can see, editing up the clip now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. There's a lot of meat left. We both managed 2 cobs each. Completely full, but it's amazing. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, if you like this kind of like vlogging sort of format, then let me know. I'll do more. Give it a like, maybe a subscribe if you're feeling overly generous, and I'll hopefully see you guys next time. Ciao!